in that space and in that realm, when you deal with network marketing, direct sales, industry, multi-level marketing, that's all the same industry, just different languages, different product, different systems. But at the end of the day, what they teach you is really not about the money, because when it boils down to it, was people was looking for freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because the money bought freedom. Because if I had the money, then I would do. Or if I had the money, because the life that we live requires money. But money allows you to do certain things. It allows you to be certain places. It allows you to purchase certain things. So, and it really never was about the quote unquote all of that, but it was about the option and having the freedom to do that if I wanted to.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, what's happening, y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast, man. We're excited to be with y'all once again on tonight, man. And once again, man, thank y'all for joining us and rocking with us each and every time, we put out this content. So, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Joined together once again with my co-host on tonight. My left, your right, man. Y'all know what it is. My brother from another mother, man. Y'all give it up for Alxndr Hall.
Yo, what's good, man?
Champ is here.
What's cracking?
Champ is here.
How y'all doing?
Pretty.
Y'all good?
I'm pretty. I'm a bad man.
Oh, Lord.
Muhammad is in the building. Ali.
Man, you catching
What the hook gonna be?
What the big read.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Glad to be in the building once again, man. And y'all know who this is, man. My right, your left. My brother from the same mother. Mr. Life After Death himself. B-Dub. Money Bags.
Man.
All right.
Man, every time I see you, man, it look like your bag getting bigger and bigger, man. Let me get one of them bags, man.
I'm trying to make sure it's dragged to the floor. You
Get one of
heard
them
me?
bags, man.
Really? Hey, boy, I need some help, boys. Look here, I give you some racks to help me pull this thing.
Lord.
You feel me?
Y'all give it up for Boy Wonda, man.
Hey, you know this, man. What's happening, man?
Mr. Life After Death himself.
You already know what it is, man. Hey, make sure y'all stream the album, man. Them numbers was good. Keep them coming. What'd you say? I can't hear you. What's up, y'all, man? Yo, it's been good, man. I can't complain. Prepping for next year, prepping. Well, actually, within this year now, since we pre-recording, but it's a new year. New year, new me. No. Has anybody ever say New Year, same me? You know what I'm saying? Like, ever?
Some people probably do. You never know.
You never know. But man, just bro. So much to do in so little time.
Right. But time be flying.
Bro, and I take advantage of my time, but it's like
you wake up, time to go to bed.
and I got this window right here. It's called Friday and Saturday. Friday evening, Saturday morning, afternoon, day. If no book gigs, Sunday.
Man, check this out, dog.
It's crazy.
Hey, I forgot to tell y'all. I I get these news alerts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes I just scroll down just to, whatever. And I saw where there was a Winter Haven man, right, that won the lottery.
You said what?
Yes, in the last couple of weeks.
I said what?
How much you won?
5
million?
Oh my God!
Man.
I say,
Get all y'all taxes and give me my money.
I said, somebody from the town that hit.
I said what?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I need to know where they went.
bro, no, this is finna mess you up. So I'm scrolling, and I see who it is.
You know him?
I said, hold up.
Swole up.
I said, oh snap. I said, hold man, let me call this joker. So I pick up the phone, right? I call him, he pick up.
The
number you just called is not in service.
Straight up. 5 million.
And,
I'm gonna send y'all an email.
bro,
My people will get with your people.
but it was it wasn't him, but it was somebody related to him.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I say, wow, boy, this junk hit so close to home, boy. I said, man.
Win.
I say, God, can you imagine, though?
I can imagine.
All the hard work, put in, and then you scratch a ticket.
I can only imagine.
You got millions just like that.
I can imagine. I sure can.
I think after taxes, it was 3.9. I think it was right.
Yeah, they can get them. They can get them.
Shoot, I'll take 3.9 out of 5.
They can get them.
Yep.
Here, get all your tax money.
Don't take all
I
that.
don't need you to holler at me. No.
I'm like,
Get your money up front.
Ooh, boy, that just pushed my vision 20 years early.
For real.
He's stupid.
For real.
Ooh, 3.9 cash in the pocket. Man, that just shifted my vision 20 years early, dog.
Wait a minute. Let me do the numbers. 3.9.
Yeah. I was like,
To be more careful.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
People used to ask me, man, can you imagine? I'd be like,
I
yo.
can.
Yeah. I can, yeah.
Yo.
Mama used to always ask that.
Yo, right,
Can
yeah.
you imagine? Yeah.
Yep.
I can.
Yep.
I want to see it for real.
And I'm going to keep imagining it until I can imagine that joker in my hand.
Manifest it, Lord.
And I ain't gonna cap. I'm not finna sing her cap on this podcast. I'm gonna keep it trill.
Keep it funky.
Straight from the house. Don't come from my head. I don't care. Come from head how you want to. I am changing my number, but this is the thing.
If you get it, then you get it. If you don't, you don't.
I'm just being for real. I'm changing my number the day of.
Facts.
But certain people, they get in the email. Remember how I got almost died and I sent you an email?
Yeah.
It's one of them things. you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. You feel me? So it's gonna one of them things.
You know what's so funny? He is dead serious.
I'm for real, yeah. So the ones who I'm gonna keep in contact with.
Sorry, you have reached a number.
I just see how this gonna go. Hey, duh, yeah, this me.
Yeah.
Mike, yeah. I told you. Told you what I was gonna do. Frank tried to hit me, but he got the email.
Y'all already know me. Y'all already know. Man, y'all already know. Know what I'm saying? Hey, my sister trying to call me. I tried to call you for 2 weeks. Yeah, my phone had messed up. I'm back on. I'm counting the
You was
millions.
taking that long to see, should I or
I'm
should I
counting
not?
the millions, baby. I saw you later on. I'm going on a 10-day vacay. I'm for real.
Look,
I ain't taking no phone.
Hey, look, you anonymous. Don't say my name at all.
That's funny, boy.
I'm being for real. I ain't know his name. No cap.
Hey, sir, what's your name? Anonymous.
No cap.
Anonymous. Yeah, my mama. She said she felt I was anonymous.
No cap.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is weird. I never heard that before. Hey, listen, the first time for everything.
Google it.
Just make sure you put anonymous down there. Okay, let's get your picture. No. You trying to get me killed?
What? I'm walking in Baker the same day.
For real.
Kobe, you shoot it to you.
Okay, well, if your name anonymous, what's your last name? Doe. Anonymous Doe.
I'm trying to tell you.
Man, look here.
Oh man.
But I ain't gonna cap though. I ain't gonna cap. I'ma still sharpen myself though. You feel me? Like whatever school I want to go to, I'ma just do it. Cause now I got to do it. You know what I mean? Like I'ma still do stuff, but I am not gonna work nowhere on like so. The hospital, please don't let me be watching the TV while I see the numbers on there. I'm walking, bro. I'm throwing the scrub top on the floor. I'm walking out.
Hey, listen,
I'm walking out the job with a tank top on.
All I ask is one favor.
What?
Wait till that money hit that account. Don't do
Now
Wait till it hit that count.
Now
bro.
you know we don't do that.
No, you gotta be patient. You gotta work that gift.
Yeah,
The gift for patience.
Yeah, 'cause you know we don't do that. We out of here.
Mr. Hall.
What? Are you coming in tomorrow? No.
Nope.
Not coming in tomorrow, buddy.
My services is no longer needed.
Yeah. For sure.
I think it's time to fly high.
I'm just being for real.
I've been waiting on this for 39 years.
Man, I was like, boy.
For real,
Shoot, man. That just locked and load of resources. Wait.
Bro.
And now I still stay in this county too, cause I still stay here.
Yeah, man. I couldn't even cap with you, bro. I'd be like, deuces. I'd be out. Y'all gonna be like, I have to, whoa. Deuces.
I have to be like, okay, Lord, you put this in my lap. Where we going?
And that's why the Bible said that the just should live by faith. Because everything dealing with God is a faith move. It ain't about what you got. It's about what you got.
Facts. Bars.
That's
You see how subtle he got? He becoming a rapper.
yeah. He sure is.
Yeah,
Like,
but it ain't about what you got. It's what you got. Faith is if that's all you got, that's all you need.
Faith is the
And that's a hard tool to come. Because faith is a tool. That's a hard tool to comprehend. Because in the natural, it be like just move anyway. But man, if I got 3.9 mil in my pocket, baby, let's roll. We out.
Falcons retreat.
he's stupid.
I own you,
He's stupid.
Mr. Ben Frank. I own you. In my account, I own you.
He's stupid, man. This man crazy.
That was like one of the funniest episodes. Man.
That's my favorite of all time, dog.
Oh, man.
Mr. Bobby Shaw.
The bye birdie.
What? Ain't nobody ever did that.
Man, shoot, boy, I be in the wind like, dude,
What?
deuces.
You talking about having my work building, my workplace? Have that logo up there. Have some employees.
Man, but yeah.
Be able to give back. Get a nice home paid for. You feel me? I ain't gonna get nothing too crazy.
That money right there, I ain't much even comprehend the word employee for at least 30 days. I don't know what that means.
Now you're lying to yourself. I'm gonna give you a year. My 30 days. No, you gonna be. That's it. Where you at? Hey, yo, dog. I'm in Dubai.
At least 30 days. I don't know what employee mean. Straight up.
It's gonna be more than. It's gonna be more than 30 days.
I don't know what that jump means. Employee. That's a curse word. That's a curse word over here, buddy. Sorry.
Shoot, man, it be like, when you get up there, find out what the process is, how long it's gonna take. You be looking at that calendar in between pay periods. Be like, wait a minute. Okay. I got, oh man, bump that. I can leave right now. Oh man, that's crazy.
Without hesitation.
But I would still all jokes aside though. Like I would get missing. Y'all need me. I do that. I do that right now with no millions. So that's but I'm saying like I still would try to. I still not try. I will format a plan. I will see God on what to do with it. And things of that nature. But at the same time, I'm tapping into what I'm called to do. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? But like if I was trying to go to Bible college, I would still go. Now I'm really got the means to do it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah. And it goes. I think this is fun. I didn't even realize what we're talking about tonight, and it's actually lead all right into it. I didn't even think
Straight
about
like
that.
that.
It really,
Straight
but
like that.
all we're talking about, man, really is freedom. Money is a tool that provides freedom.
For real.
And so it's really and by me being an entrepreneur, and I think as far as that, I think I started before everybody at this table, because I got actually involved around the age of 18 and doing multi-level marketing, MLM, and that kind of like started my journey. So in that space and in that realm, you deal with network marketing, direct sales, industry, multi-level marketing. That's all. It's the same industry, just different languages, different product, different systems. But at the end of the day, what they teach you is really not about the money, because when it boils down to, it was people was looking for freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because the money bought freedom. Because if I had the money, then I would do. Or if I had the money, because the life that we live requires money. But money allows you to do certain things. It allows you to be certain places. It allows you to purchase certain things. So, and it really never was about the quote unquote all of that, but it was about the option and having the freedom to do that if I wanted to, versus having to budget and you know what I'm saying, or hey, we got to wait till the next pay period, or we got to wait, or you know what I'm saying. So it actually brought about a freedom that allowed you to be free. You know what I'm saying, because you wasn't bound by limitations. But in a natural sense, revenue comes from, in a sense, value. Because when you look at revenue, we look at without just pulling it up, but we did pull it up earlier, but it's basically income. You know what I'm saying? But revenue comes into your life, or comes into your hands, comes into your space based upon, really honestly, the value that you're given. And what I mean by that, before these guys chime in right here, is just like they say, beauty. I look at it this way. Just like they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think value is in the eye of the beholder too.
yeah, for sure.
It is.
Because what I value, you might not value. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're gonna be coming from a monetary state and just an internal state, because I think this is a twofold situation here. Because when you're talking about value, freedom, and revenue, if I bring enough value to the table, it'll bring freedom into my life, and that's my payment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The revenue is the payment when you're talking about what kind of value do I bring to the relationship. And then that gives you the freedom to explore each other in the way that y'all present to each other, and how y'all want to live y'all life, because you take the limitations off, because we value each other's opinions, we value each other's vision, and now that opens up a realm of freedom that brings in not necessarily monetary revenue, but it brings about relationship revenue. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're on the same page. We're not arguing. We're not going through baby mama and daddy drama. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all on the same page, and we value what we bring to the situation. Although the situation didn't work out, and now, you know what I'm saying, I may be married or in a different relationship over here, but I'm still that child's mother or that child's father. But because I value the relationship and we understand each other, now we can bring freedom into each other's space that allows the right revenue or relational revenue to come through, to where now we're not at each other's throat, because we know how to, you know what I'm saying, co-parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, I could tell you, man, like my high school friends, I saw value in their trials. The value in their trials that gave me wisdom to how to maneuver in my life, and just to see the things that they went through, I was just like, I don't go through that.
Right.
If and that's another thing, just a flip side of the coin, like you know what I'm saying, like value different trials that people have experienced that you ain't that you necessarily haven't, because that will continue giving you the freedom that you're looking for and the revenue. Because bro, I was like, nah, baby mama drama. I was just like, God, dog, like it just. What she like that? I was like, bro, man, I pray for you, dog. Like, hey, you want a baby? No. That's why I ain't got no children now, y'all. I saw value in that. I saw value. I see you, see me, see the value. For real. So it works both ways, man, the good and the bad, you know. And we're supposed to learn from each other's trials and tribulations and things of that nature, so we don't make the same mistakes and create the same toxic behavior and chaotic situations. Because it's just like, man, some people that don't realize like the value of life and how precious it is, and they can care less of how they feel about the next person and make it chaotic and troublesome for them because of what they're facing and dealing with, and because they either didn't have the model, they didn't have the inspiration, or they didn't have the mentor, you know what I'm saying, or the mentee, and not wanting to be a mentee. So I think for the most part, bro, like value comes in so many forms that can give you so much freedom that you don't even realize what can be upon you. Like you don't realize the bigger picture, that what you can do for others in the sense of being a leader, being a legacy holder and legacy leaver. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a legacy leaver. I want to leave legacy now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an active real time thing until, you know, you go on. And when you go on, that legacy is supposed to continue. You look at Martin Luther King, bro, like decades. You know what I'm saying? It's because he understood his gift, his purpose, and he moved in it. And then it's like, I don't want to be that person to be in a place to where I allow circumstances to rob me of my purpose and my gift, and devalue and just pretty much deconstruct what you've built. You know what I'm saying? It's like realize what needs to be built. If you have to deconstruct what is not beneficial or what's purposeful, but make sure you replenish it with something that is going to aid and get and move you in the right direction.
It's good.
Bro, when you move in, 'cause, you know, back to that baby mom, baby dad thing. I had my son when I was he was born on February the 4th, 2009, right? So one of the happiest when that was watching my son's birth was one of the. And shouts out to his mom too, cause I tell her story all the time. She pushed him out like a champ. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that was one of the best days of my life. But I always said I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Like, I mean, okay, when he was being made, that's whatever. But I'm saying, as far as having a kid at that time in my life, you talking about deconstructing. Sometimes when you're moving prematurely, you don't have anything to deconstruct. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm a 21-year-old male who's obviously not on the right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure myself out. Now I'm in charge of another 100 years. Because every person, they live like the average person lives 100-something years, average 100 years. So now I'm in charge of a whole century, basically, because he gonna live around 100 years. He gonna have a kid. that's another 100 years. That's another, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm trying to figure out who I am and trying to grow. Now I got this baby looking at me. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I'm growing up and he growing up at the same time. So sometimes when we be moving prematurely, bro, we don't value our time
Yeah.
because we're not thinking about it. Like we're not thinking about who we need to become in order to add value. We just start doing stuff and start creating people and start creating broken homes. So that's call it what it is. That's what it be when you creating where it don't work out. You falling into a system that's not designed. Granted, some marriages don't work. Yes, but the reason why we don't have the answer for that. But when you're automatically going against the grain, it's like you're putting your chances of more into it not working when you're not doing it the way it's designed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're doing stuff against the grain, you're now, okay, you're putting your eyes over there, which is already don't look good because it's not how it's designed anyway. So that type of stuff right there, when you're setting the play up and it's already looking defaulted, now it's like you're not giving yourself a chance to grow. You're not like it's like you're robbing your own value. You know what I mean? So when you're doing things like that, the revenue you get back from that,
Right.
your ROI is not gonna be looking good. And then we have to lean on God to. Bro, God is the Chick-fil-A. God is the Chick-fil-A when it comes to taking your lemons and making lemonade, bro.
Chick-fil-A.
You know what I mean? So like,
Closed on
I don't
Sunday.
think we understand. And shouts out to everyone who got children, especially the ones who have children outside of. I mean, not saying it's a great thing, but I'm saying, but big ups to the ones who have had children outside of wedlock and you don't grew past that point. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you grew past, like me and my son's mom. My son's mom, she's an educator. She's respected in her community. You know what I mean? So it took us a while to
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to get to a place to where I have respect for what she says and she has respect for what I said, you know, for what I say, but not because I'm us. She said what you say. I said, no, we're looking at the kid. Like, how can, because we have to be on some type of level ground. Okay, let me make this statement for people to understand what I'm talking about. You have to be on some type of level ground where boundaries set in place. If y'all still doing the baby mama and baby daddy thing, that's not helping anything. That's cross. You say now cross. It's messy. It's just messy. It's just not good, right? So, but once you get past that point and you had them boundaries set in place, and look, you have to let each other go so you can let each other grow, right? You have to let each other go so you can let each other grow. If two people came together and y'all placed yourselves together and it wasn't what it's meant to be, you know what I mean? Then stop playing around with it. Let each other go so y'all can grow. So when y'all start to come back in the middle for the kid, it'll be, this relationship will be way better than what y'all had before. Because you're more mature. You know what you want. You know y'all wasn't supposed to be like that anyway, but you got a beautiful kid. Let's do our thing for the kid. You know what I mean? Like let's be the best version of ourselves to make sure that this kid doesn't do the things that we did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at it from that point, that standpoint, if you let the person go, let the person grow, then you allow them to acquire the value in themselves that they should have been working to acquire in the beginning. Now the real revenue can start coming in.
That's good.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, that's good. And that's why, considering the title, man, I didn't want this just to be, with all us being entrepreneurs and stuff like that too, I didn't just want it to be coming from a monetary standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great and valid point the way we started off tonight, man, because at the end of the day, we all want we want revenue. We want productivity from our hard work and the things that we put in. But a lot of that, the amount of the revenue is going to come from the value that is given. So consequently, the value that is given is going to be based on the service that you provide. So when you're looking at that from a monetary standpoint, it's for those that are business owners or entrepreneurs, or even those that are just trying to be, better themselves in their career so that they can climb that ladder. Because we're not all three of us, we're not ones that just, because you got ones that's out there, they're bashing people. Oh, you need to leave your job. You need to. No, if that's the case, we would never have employees. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, there are people out there that love their career, but they're just trying to figure out how can I, move up. So, in lieu of that, at the end of the day, your recognition stuff is going to be based upon the value that you provide. So, coming from that standpoint, as you build your business and things that we're looking at in each of our businesses coming up in this year in 2024. At the end of the day, we're looking at, okay, if I want to increase my revenue, then what kind of service or value could I bring to the table that is going to require an increase in revenue?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're all looking at what other people are doing, but at the end of the day, I said this right here. I used to get in conversations with people about athletes and how much money they make. Oh, they make too much money. They shouldn't be making that kind of money. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, what are they supposed to do? I said, the money's coming in.
Exactly.
Whether you think they should have it or not, the money's there.
And we ain't even talk about endorsements at all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's what do you want them to do with the money? Because at the end of the day, what the owner does is they pay X person, XYZ amount, because X person is the one that's going to get them people to put their butts in them seats. So my value to him is based upon the contract that I'm gonna give him because of the value that he provides to this stadium or this court or this arena, because of what the people think of the value of him because of the gift that he brings. So that because he makes more than the average person, you can't devalue that guy because you feel like he's abusing the system. No, he's working the system because the system is set up of valuable interest. So the reason LeBron James gets the contract that he gets is because of his valuable interest.
Bro.
And so therefore they get that revenue back through ticket sales, merch, concession stands, all that type of stuff there. So that money has to funnel itself somewhere. So why are you going to get mad at a person that is trying to put themselves in a factor to where they can benefit from the system that was already set up before them? So that's the same thing. Okay, I go here, guys. So now that I hit the money, so from back to the relationship part. So when we do the relationship part or the marriage part in the way that God had intended, then we're only receiving value from a system that was already set up for us to receive the value from. However, if we don't play the game right, if we don't play the system right, then we won't receive the value from the system that was set up.
That's just what I was saying. If you do it the other way, then because I did it. So when you were talking about it, I'm just being real. Like I did it.
He can even just say, "I just."
That what happened.
So when she go the home route, then you
everybody
who went that route, they know what that sound means.
Right.
They know exactly what that means.
You went that route, huh?
I went that route. So, but with that came with growing pains. It came with her hitting levels, and then me hitting levels, and then a lot of the times she would be on a different spectrum. I'd be like, what are you talking about? So I had to humble myself and see where she was coming from. And when I started doing that, you know what? For anyone who's having problems, now I'm not talking about y'all playing the baby mama and baby daddy games. That got to get cut out. You know what I'm saying? But the dib and dab and that's messy. But I'm talking about for two people who actually say, you know what, we're done, we're going this way, but we have to come together for the kid because both of us laid down and had him, so we have to work together to take care of the child. So for anyone who's the bickering and y'all just not seeing eye to eye, I just want to say this right here: just start praying for peace in your relationship, because one thing that helped me, not really understand my son's mom all the way, but what helped me understand the mind of a mother. So it didn't matter how I felt about if I felt like I wasn't reciprocated, whatever, if it was unfair, she just trying to be whatever. Okay, but whatever my feelings had me feeling, I pushed them to the side and I started praying for peace on our relationship. And what that did was that allowed me to understand the mind of a mom.
Yeah.
Period.
That's good.
That's really good.
So for any male who's having trouble, start praying for peace in the relationship between you and your child's mom. And that will help soften your heart, and you will see things from a different perspective. Then you can get to your feelings after, because now the woman who you once met, she's not a girlfriend anymore. She's a mother. You're not her boyfriend no more. You're a father. So you have to detach those things, especially when you're not together anymore.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Hey, you know what's crazy? And when you don't do the things how God designed it to do, you won't get the revenue coming in that you desire to see.
You're right.
What does that revenue look like? Joy. What does that revenue look like? Peace. What does that revenue look like? Peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? It's the type of revenue and value that you want to see is all by the design of how God created it. And when you operate in that manner, you get the revenue you're looking for. So it goes back to that other episode, foreign currency. You had to dive deep and pray and think, okay, let me put myself in her shoes. How she feel? You know, she's gonna have a child most of the time. So what does that look like for her? You know what I'm saying? She got to rearrange her own schedule. So at the same time, our schedule from a father perspective is not going to be as hectic from a mother perspective. Because the core of the responsibility is going to be with the mom, because the child's going to want to be with the mom anyway.
In most situations.
In most situations. So it's just like when you took the lens off and say, you know what, let me jump in her shoes and understand. Now you know how to move accordingly and know how to address those feelings and emotions that you push to the side. Like, okay, now I can see this. And then it also helps you to move healthy. And it creates healthy boundaries, healthy calculated boundaries. And there's a respect and a love that starts to grow through that child, and understanding the importance that that child has to the mother. So I think understanding different values, different systems, how they move, how you should move, how you should operate, it creates the revenue that you're looking for, whether what that looks like. Because you are the person that has to map out the blueprint that is set before you. Even if you don't fully understand it, you just have to face your reality and see, how can I make this better for myself? Even if it's just something I don't really like what I see, but only you can change that.
Because 9 times out of 10, the other, I mean, I'm just saying, let's just be for real and honest about it. The other party is not going to try to make it better for you. Right? So you're gonna have to do it yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to see it from a different angle so you can have some peace. You know what I'm saying? So you can let your head down at night and be okay when you wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? And then once you look at it from a different perspective and you start praying for peace, and women too, start praying for peace. If the guy controlling and manipulative and stuff like that, that stuff is this is bad. Start praying for peace in that relationship. And then when God rub on your heart and he requests you, he's not gonna make you, he's gonna do a little slight request for you to make some adjustments and just see what starts to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's good, man. And I'm gonna
Definitely
take a picture real quick. And I'm I don't know if y'all been following what's going on with like D1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been following that heavy.
But yeah, he just
He was on the pivot. You seen that?
yeah, that was good.
Bro,
Yeah,
that was so good.
that was good. Yeah, he been on. He just dropped the album, right? I don't know if you know that.
From the hood to Harvard.
Yeah. But the
sure.
thing about it is, he didn't put a price tag on it. So basically, you go to his website and you name your price. And I was like, wow, that's different. And I can't remember. I heard somebody else do that not too long ago. I don't remember who it was, but somebody else did that. And I was like, man, that's wow. Okay. So then he started sharing posts of I've seen the post before, the pivot. So I saw where he posted where somebody actually had paid $1,000 for the album.
Yeah, it was Wall Street Trapper.
Okay.
Yeah, Trap.
Yeah, Trap. Okay.
Yeah, Trap paid that for it.
So, and it actually falls right in line what we're talking about, but this is coming from, a value standpoint. So basically he put the value of the album based upon the person that was hearing it. And knowing him and what he produced. So I'm gonna put and here's the craziest thing, right? And this is coming from a mental, relational standpoint, as well as those that are trying to, further themselves monetarily with their gift, right? And so he puts this product out. So based upon what people already know about him and his style of flow, so y'all pay me what y'all think it's worth. And then people are doing some, uncommon things, just like what Trap did. Because somebody else, they paid $500. Somebody else paid $200. So an album that normally would cost you what, $10, $15?
$10, $15.
You know what I'm saying? He's breaking records with that stuff because his audience values what he brings to the table, right? So now my in the area of motivational speaking, it's almost and even any area, and let me just put it out that way. So I can't really set my price if there's no value being given. How do I know value is given? Well, how do you know if a thing has been successful? You got to measure it.
Yep.
Everything has to be measured.
Even faith, a measure of faith.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So how can I value something if I don't know the substance or the measurement of it? Because that's going to give me its substantial value. So if I go to a school saying this is my fee, and I've never spoken in my life, don't have a website, I don't have no information,
no business cards,
nothing. Just, man, I heard you can make a lot of money. I'm gonna go do this. Boom. So the value is giving gonna be like, man, get out my face. You ain't got no room for negotiation because
no leverage.
I don't have nothing to go by. I don't have anything to measure your success by, which determines the value that is consciously given. So now my measurement is I ain't got nothing to measure from. So guess what? I ain't gonna pay you nothing, or it's gonna be really lowball. But because the space or the industry sets its price. So if you've been doing this for this long, if you have this, if you do this, you can kind of charge between here and here. Okay, well, if you go into the elementary market, and you really, it's from a natural, you can charge from here to here. But if you go to the middle school, you can charge from here to here. You can go to high school, it goes from here to here. You go to college, it's from here to here. In each level, the price increase.
Yep.
Based upon its system.
Exactly.
Now, if you're a person that have done the work, you've been out there and you have a valued, measured system already in place, now they can go and determine, oh man, look at your website. Oh, he got testimonials from where, he came out and changed this person's life, changed that person's life. This is what happened when he spoke. This is what happened when they read his book. This is what happened when they had a coaching session. So now the measured value determines the revenue that I get back. So now, just like right now, I can use ET because, I'm not on that level. Like he's at a point, he's been at a point for years where he don't have to negotiate.
Yep.
And especially right now, he's positioned himself now to where he's actually more focused on producing more speakers now because he's on the tail end of his career. So while him being on the tail end of his career, I'm gonna try to check this out now. So y'all that are believing in the new year, you know, for increased revenue, increased productivity, and these things of that nature, it's all about positioning. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So and what you value. So because I'm still striving, this is the thing that comes to my mind at the moment. Because you know, ET is somebody we all look up to, but at the end of the day, his main goal is the Nobel Peace Prize, right? So money is not a factor for him anymore. So what is? It's the Nobel Peace Prize. So part of earning that Nobel Peace Prize, all right, when they did the research, being on the New York's as a New York Times #1 bestseller, so it needs to be on that resume. So now they done the research on what it takes to be a New York Times #1 bestseller. They paid the money to make sure that the system that was in place
Do what I need to do.
do what it need to do so that they can hit the best time sellers list. So now, in the making of becoming on the best times new sellers list, now the system says because you are a #1 seller on the New York best time selling list, you can charge a fee minimally of $200,000. So now the system set the value. So now there is no negotiation.
Nope.
My fee is my fee because I've reached a plateau that the revenue that I'm asking for is warranted because of the value that has been given because it has been measured. Why did I go all the way around to explain this? We cannot get mad when we are not receiving the revenue that we desire when our content hasn't been proven.
Bars.
When our content hasn't been proven. So that comes naturally and relationally. So one thing about that I learned with my relationship with my wife, she has, and this is most women, they have to be put in a space to where not only do they feel that they matter, but that they feel that they're involved in the process.
Yeah.
And the content that you put out has to warrant that. So you can't say that you're going to be a leader of your household, but you keep leading your wife in a ditch.
Yeah.
Nothing works out, or every 5 minutes you got a new idea and you didn't finish the last idea. You know, or vice versa, or if it's the same way with the woman. So at the end of the day, the content that you produce is going to determine the value that is received. So we have to make sure if we want a high revenue, relationally, mentally, you know what I'm saying, sexually, I even go there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, for the married folks, put a step on that. You know, and for whatever, you know, I normally don't go that route, but whatever God has for you is for you. But at the end of the day, what kind of content are you putting out? Because a lot of times we're selfish with what we want.
Yeah.
So the content I'm putting out, if I'm putting out selfish content, then 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get a selfish response. So what am I saying? So at the end of the day, man, the revenue that you want in your life, in your business, in your relationships, is based upon the content that you put out. And the measurement comes from the proving that you've done and that your partner or the people that you're dealing with that have experience for you. Because if I had a bad experience at a restaurant, guess what? The value is you're going to get a bad tip. So the waitress can't be mad because she got a bad tip or he got a bad tip because you didn't service me properly.
And a bad review.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, which brings about a certain level of freedom.
It does.
So everything goes back to circle. It goes back around in a circle.
Value.
Yeah. So, but I'm challenging even myself in this year, man. I challenge you, like, to really, like, what do you value? Because when you look at the culture in society today, they don't value service. And I guarantee you, when you start serving your spouse, when you start serving your significant other,
Yep.
and your values are in alignment. It won't work if your values are in alignment.
No, it doesn't work.
At all.
So if your values
all.
are in alignment, when you start servicing each other, watch the revenue go up and watch the freedom in your relationship go up.
Yo, cause I actually I can and I'm not just saying this just to say it. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all know my woman, so you can ask her like off cuff, like you know what I'm saying. With me not around, like I value what she has to say to me. I, without her even saying anything to me, I value what she thinks about what I'm doing.
Right.
Yep.
Same here.
You know what I mean? So I value her presence because everything is not gonna be peaches and cream. But I value when I do something that she doesn't like, bro. I value her still staying there.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I value her, like her essence, the essence of her. You feel me? So you, when it's like that, you put that work in, bro. Like, cause I want to know what's wrong. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know I want to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So the revenue that comes back, it's not monetary. It's more of it's like, okay, I want to be here too. I want to know what's going on with you too. But if you don't ever show your significant other that, you won't get that back, bro.
Right.
And that's a certain treasure that you find interest in. So where your treasure is, that your heart will be also. So that whatever you place as a priority in your life, whatever you place is a definite, like, no, this has to be like this. You have to. It's like drawing a line in the sand. This is how it got to be. Like ain't no around it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no crossing this line here. Because you also have to, in the sense of with the value and the freedom that you desire and the revenue that you want to have, you have to set boundaries. You have to understand the importance of not being involved in everything with everyone, because everything ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that motion too, because you have people who may not understand what you do or how you move because they look at it as you being moving funny. No, it's not being moving funny, but it's I don't have that kind of time or freedom in that sense just yet. Working on something of value, and it's not that you don't value that person. You know, you give them the time that you can, but it's like you have to protect what you are doing in your moment. You have to design, and you can make room, you can make time for that, but you have to understand when business is business, and it's time to move and such. Sometimes sometimes it be a season of that. You know, it just depends on what's going on and how you can orchestrate, because you see value in where you're trying to go, and you know the freedom you want to experience. What you finna say, bro?
Bro, I was finna say I value how goofy my son is, bro. My son is
The small thing.
yeah,
It's just the small things. Man.
like, cause you know, Pop, he large, bro. He finna turn 15.
God,
You know,
dog.
in 2 months he finna turn.
Yeah.
He already what 6?
We got the same birth month.
Yeah, but he already 6 foot, shoe size 13 and a half, weight size 36, and he 14.
Daddy.
So when he at the crib, that's my baby, right? So when he around me, I'm his dad. So he's like, he want to do, but you man size. Like we in the bed, I'm laying in the bed watching TV. He want to come lay in the bed. You know what I'm saying? He come lay in the bed. He got the whole bed leaning. Get your leg
Lead with it.
off of my leg. Yo, he got my man's be having no man legs. You feel me? But so when we talking and stuff like that, I value I know he's older, so some things he don't experience. You already know, but certain things he hasn't experienced yet. So I value the innocence that's still left in him, bro. The combos that we have to where I know you my son, you older. I'm not your homeboy, but I respect you already as a young man. So you know what I'm saying. So from an older male to a younger male, we have that bond thing. You know what I'm saying. So as I'm talking to him, I'm able to say certain things, and he grasps what I'm talking about without me getting too deep. I just say something, and he can pick it up. It's just something about that. You know what I'm saying. Like it's certain things you can say to your daughter. She's older now. So you ain't finna get too deep, but you can say something from a grown person perspective, and she can pick it up because she understand. Because she just, you know, what I mean, it's special. So I value that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't meaning to come out with that.
No,
That's
good.
that's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Because
good.
that matters.
Yeah, because the revenue that I receive from my daughters is on a different level now because it wasn't that they didn't respect the value that was given when they was younger. It was the fact that they wasn't put in position to understand. And so now that they're older, they actually and they've experienced more. Now they kind of understand. So now the value of the conversation hits different now. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. You see what I'm saying? So that's good you brought that out because that's a very valid point because, you know, as parents, we get frustrated because we're like, we got to look at when they're still a child. And that's just like when I was trying to teach Jackie, you know, my oldest daughter, you know, about financing and investing and stuff, taxes. She couldn't get it. And after a few times, I was like, you know what, she ain't gonna get it. And so what I did was I backed off, and it wasn't a bad thing. It was because I was aware that Jackie is one that has to be in stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I recognize that. So, which means I told my wife, I say, you know what, babe, I'm gonna back off. When she gets her first job, then that's when I'm gonna sit back down with her, take her pay stub, and then just go back to what I was trying to show her.
She an active learner, not reflective.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, which is why she's had the success she has now, and also some of the failures, because if we tell her something that, nah, baby, you don't want to go that route. Okay, well, I got to see for myself. She had to actively learn that she had to bump her head.
Active learning,
You know what I'm saying?
It's like when the shepherd freed the little sheep that went in the ditch, got him out.
Oh yeah,
went right back in the ditch.
That was her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, well, I said so. And guess what? When she got her first job, then I went back to, okay, well, this was what I was trying to explain to you when we was talking.
Facts.
And now, I mean, she does very good for herself. We're very proud of her. You know, Kiki is a little bit of both, but she's more of all you got to do is tell me, and
I'll research the rest.
She like me.
She's a reflective learner.
She's like me. You know what I'm saying? Her struggles are differently though. You know, which we've talked with that. But as far as like being proactive and stuff like that, you can tell her and she'll listen and then she'll try to do what she can to the best of her ability. But but still, once you get into that situation, the light bulb comes off even more. And so it makes the information that you receive much more valuable because now you can relate to it. It's hard to receive information or value and you don't relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Because two people can walk into an antique store. One recognizes the value of that old chair sitting there, the other one doesn't. The one that recognizes the value of the old chair picks it up. They want $200 for the chair. He already know that chair worth $1,500 because of the information that he received, and he values that. He knows that he has a certain knowledge. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about receptivity and being in a place to where you can relate. And trust me, the one that didn't buy the chair, he couldn't relate because he didn't have the information to know what was going on.
Exactly.
Because I guarantee you, if he had the information, anybody in their right mind wouldn't let that $200. And this is just an example. I'm not saying that it's happened, but it's just off the cuff. But anybody in their right mind, if I know that chair worth $1,500, they don't. I'm gonna give you them $200. Let me go make them $1,300 real quick.
Real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Fast in a hurry.
Yeah, man. So sometimes we got to give people grace based upon where they are in their life. You know what I'm saying? They may not see certain things. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but it may not be valuable to them as it is to you, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you start moving and trying to increase revenue, whatever that looks like for you, there's gonna come, like what Dub said, you're gonna have to set boundaries, because then there's gonna be a coming time. You're gonna have to get in a space where people value the same thing that you value, so that way y'all all can go and grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like bro said, you got to go to grow.
Bro.
You know, you gotta let them go
To grow.
Yeah,
so they can grow.
yeah.
That's bro. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way. Especially in it's heavy in relationships, because you dealing with people, business relationship. If you in school, the student and teacher relationship. If the student is acting crazy, you gotta kick him out your class, put him out your class. I guarantee you, he gonna see you 2 years later. The same student gonna look at you different. You know what I mean? It's something he's gonna acquire and learn from you doing that. From you showing him that tough love like that. He had to grow through his stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And that's true, because like they shouldn't be punished for something that was never taught or relayed to them in a manner. Because sometimes,
Right.
you know, everybody has different environments that they're growing up in. So you know, not this home's full of love, 2-parent home, da 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 da. This home broken, single parent, reflecting what they've been through prior to in their childhood on their children. So it's just like,
Bro.
you.
Some homes is broken with 2 parents in it.
That's true.
Stuff. I mean, let's just. I promise I ain't making a shot, bro.
Right.
It's
No, that's a
true.
valid point. Yeah.
It's some homes are broken with 2 parents in it, because those 2 parents didn't resolve certain things. They didn't do the work to actually
To keep that
let
afloat.
stuff go and grow together. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's imperative.
It's so much, man. It's so much to life, man. It's just like really
It's
over
heavy,
the last
bro.
years,
It
man.
is.
It's just
Yeah, bro.
it's if y'all don't get nothing else from what we put out, man, it's like you just put yourself in the best position to win, man. That's what it all boils down to. Solomon said it best: life is but a vapor. You know what I'm saying? It ain't here today, going tomorrow. It's here today, gone today. And so you just want to continue to put yourself in the best position to put your best foot forward for you and your family and the people that you love. You know, at the end of the day, and in return, it makes the world that we live in a better place. And so, man, it's we got it, man. As a people, we got to get better with what we value, man. We got to get better at what we value. And it ain't trying to tell you that you should or you shouldn't and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, the way God has everything orchestrated, man, it's purposeful. Everything is purposeful.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of get out of whack when we start getting greedy and dysfunctional and, you know what I'm saying, separative and, you know, and I like what somebody, I forgot who was the first person I heard say it, but it's kind of a little bit more common now. But we should be completing each other instead of competing against each other. You know what I'm saying? We find ourselves competing,
Too much.
you know what I'm saying?
much,
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, it's you go to the bread aisle, it's 1,000 different companies on that same bread aisle. Pick one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's more than one.
And they ain't fighting against each other. Guess what? The bread just sitting there on the shelf. And when it goes out, they restock it.
That's
we
just
fuss somebody, man, you gonna set up a shop right across from my store. Hey, girl, do you?
Exactly.
You ain't me. You know, value you. Value what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Your content that you bring. And when I'm saying content, I'm not saying, you know, quote unquote per se, like stuff that we put out for social media. The stuff that's in you, the gift that's in you, that's your content.
Put out into the earth.
You know what I'm saying? The love that you put out, that's your content. The grace that you put out, that's your content. The joy that you put out, that's your content. And the revenue that you receive back, if you want it joy reciprocated, be joyful. You want friendships reciprocated, be friendly. Now, there gonna people that's gonna do you wrong? Yep. There are people that's gonna stab you in the back? Yep. There's gonna people that's gonna intentionally hurt you and cause you harm? Yep. But at the end of the day, I still have to put out what I want reciprocated. It don't stop or negate the fact that people gonna come against you. My mentor told me this right here, Del Toro. And man, he blew my mind the first time I heard him. He said, all right. He said, if I tell you to stick your hand out the window, don't do nothing. Just stick your hand out the window. Automatically, there's going to be resistance because you're moving forward. I say, dang, you just messed me up with that one.
For real.
He said, because the wind and the velocity from you moving forward, it's going to throw your hand back. And you ain't did nothing but stick your hand out the window. That's it.
That's it.
But the fact of the motion of you moving forward, it causes resistance against you. So it's the same thing. Just because of the simple fact that you're trying to move forward, resistance is going to come. Does that mean that you do not move forward or move forward? No. I'm just going to stick my arm back in the window to keep it from getting bammed up against the dog. Yeah. Which what we say that was just an adjustment.
That's it.
That's it. Guys got anything else?
Oh man, you said it already. Put yourself in the best position to win. Point blank, period.
Yeah, even when you already done made some crazy decisions, you know, like you can always like make that adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Because when and the only reason why I keep reverting back to that because I lived this my life, so I can go back to it as many times as I need to and want to. Right. So when I had my kid, bro, I had to. I'm just not to a point to where I can look back and see, okay, I'm glad I did this and then did that and did that. I was always trying to make an adjustment to combat me bringing my son into the world at a point in my life where I wasn't ready to take care of a whole human being. You know what I'm saying? And and try to lead a whole family. Putting shoes on, shoes flopping all off my feet. You know what I mean? So everything I did up to this point to now, even with my first marriage and my relationship now, it's always been I always look and see, okay, that didn't go how I planned. Let me see where I can make the adjustments and make sure my next step is I'm aiming for my next step to be better than my last step. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah. That's good, man. It's
really good.
It's you know, most importantly, man, understand the value that you bring.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead, dog.
Another thing too, that's powerful. But what Dr. De La Toro said, you try business, relationship, as soon as somebody try to live different,
resistance.
Resistance is coming. It's coming. It don't matter. The fact that you're moving forward,
as soon as you try to move forward and live different, how you should have been living before you met them, here they come with the craziness.
Right. Right.
Trying to disrupt what you got, trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you try to move forward, here she come with with trying to act out of pocket. So that's
with the malarkey.
Yeah, man. When he said that, he just say so much profile, just make you just like, wow, you know, it just stuff like, I'm like, man, you know what, you're right. Like, just stick your hand out the window, it's gonna get tossed back. You just move. All you're doing is moving forward, so it's gonna come. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to live a life of unfulfilled purpose because you were scared of resistance?
Please repeat that, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get stronger without resistance. You know what I'm saying? I can't live my whole life because I'm afraid of resistance. It's gonna come. Just because you're moving forward, it's gonna come automatic. Expect it. The only difference is you just don't know how it's gonna come. And then you just have to be ready for when it does and just make an adjustment and keep moving on. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna stop me from moving forward.
Facts.
Does that dog, does the dog speak? When that dog get in that car, he stick his head out that window while that car is moving forward. He's enjoying the wind. He's enjoying the ride. Why? Because I'm out of my habitat. I'm out of my environment. We going to the vet. We going to the store. I just like enjoying the ride. So I'm going to stick my head out the door and we going to roll. That's just how you got to do it. The wind going to come. It's going to be there. Just find a way to enjoy it.
That's called embracing the resistance.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, strength, resistance brings strength. So It's all about how you look at it, perception. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
man, hey, make this year your best year, man.
For real.
You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a bunch of turmoil. You're gonna have some adversities. You may even lose some people along the way. And that's coming from a natural point. You know, death is an unfortunate part of life. So, but at the end of the day, you can't let the resistance keep you from moving forward when purpose is connected. Because we all got to go down that road at some point. Just make sure that when you do, you die empty. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave with books inside you. You don't want to leave with music and songs inside you. You don't want to leave with words of encouragement inside you. You know what I'm saying? You know God gave you a word that spoke to the people and you were scared to do it because of resistance. Don't let that be your story this year.
Facts.
So one thing, yeah, understand your value. Understand your value. Understand what you possess. So the revenue that you desire to see come into your life is on point with what you have. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to bring that D1 conversation is because the people value what he had, so therefore they put a nice price tag on what he produced. So if you want a nice price tag on what you produce, be like D1 and put yourself in a position where the people value you, the content that you put out. And that can come in the form of love, joy, peace, expectation. Or if you do have a business or a product, make sure your product is of quality. Make sure your service is on point. You know, as a country, we've gotten away from that. We just accepted sloppiness. We've accepted mediocrity. We've accepted the less than. You know, don't be that person.
Make sure your website load up quick. I went on somebody's website today. I was like, bro, this thing. I was like, hey, bro, hit me. I said, I'm a support man. I'm like, bro,
This ain't it. This ain't it. System overload.
my man's had the website going slow. I had to call my man like, bro, meet me at the corner store, dog. I'm finna buy it from the corner store because the website, you gotta, the website ain't doing it, bro.
Right.
It's just something about that.
You gotta do something with that bit, dog.
Right. Yeah, and well, I'm trying to think. It was a young person I was talking to. They had created some. I wonder if it was a shirt brand, or something. And they priced it as if it was like high value, like their merch was a high value ticket item. So, and my only advice to them was this right here. I say, well, who is your audience? Who are you selling to? And I say the only thing is you have to be aware and be conscious of the atmosphere in which you're selling it, because you can value it as one thing, but the audience that you're presenting it to can value it as something else. Like, for instance, like I sell my shirts for $20, right? You know, I could probably sell them for maybe 30, 35. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I priced them and looked, and I wasn't just confined to my atmosphere, my area, you know what I'm saying, because I'm online. But given the audience that I serve, meaning I'm going to the school systems, they're seeing my shirts. Kids are seeing my shirts. So I wanted to keep it priced at a certain point to where I know educators don't make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Kids, it can be depending upon what kind of family they come from, if they get an allowance. You know what I'm saying? So those things was in my mind. So it was just like when he presented that to me, I was like, hey, you just want to be mindful of the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Not saying that you can't, but you may want to take baby steps leading up to that. Because I know the areas that you're in, you're not going to sell a whole lot. Because when your price point is at that price right there, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, just make sure the content that you're putting out is valued and respected to get the revenue that you desire. And that's what we got for y'all tonight, man. So coming into this new year, man, make this year your best year. Make this life your best life. Like I said, it's all about positioning yourself to win. So, man, y'all know how we end everything, man, every night, every episode. So shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. Peace. See you next week. Peace.